It is Saturday, March 30th, 2024, and you are listening to Bottoms of the Barrel on Que4 Radio, AM 1680, Q4.org. I am your host, Thomas Bottoms, bringing you a show with no budget, no future, no morals, aiming low for success. Hello, everyone.
Was there a show?
We started.
Success!
Yay!
Reach them goals.
We have to do our special April Fool's show.
Sorry, folks.
We have to warn everybody.
Not
we
sorry.
started out bad, and now we're just going to get worse. I found out the other day, Mikey Chip.
Yeah.
Because you made me leave my comfort of my home. You made
Yeah,
me
you
leave
need
Bad
to-
Girls Club.
Yeah, you need to get out of the house
I
sometimes.
found Cheaters to watch. Yeah, it's now on Amazon Prime. And they even have pre-Greco seasons, and then they have post-Greco seasons. It's
Okay, wait. What about Celebrity Fit Club and Celebrity Rehab? Because that's my jam.
Wait. I'm just kind of curious. Do they have all the episodes of Cheat, even the one where the dude got stabbed?
I think so.
We're looking for that one.
Yeah, we're gonna.
I just remember that episode. It's like, the dude gets stabbed on a boat.
Now, funny enough, that was never reported to the police. But on the flip side, boats are viewed as houses. So as soon as they stepped foot on his boat, they had done like a breaking and entering. And like, I hate to say, like, someone bashed down your door and you take a butcher knife to them. You are self-defense. They're breaking into your house.
Yeah.
Plus, pirate rules do apply. He could have made him work the
law
plank.
of the sea.
Exactly. He could
Law
have.
of the sea.
He gave him an out: stab or walk the plank. Those are the options.
That's like the Pussy's Boogie. You'll be the captain, I'll be Captain Bligh. You must obey my orders, I'll be willing to die. Ooh. You've done it, baby. You got me juicy. They'll walk the plank or F my kitty. Oh, kitty, baby, do it right. That's yeah.
Anywho, meanwhile, back at the ring.
I need to recognize the artist Pussy Tourette or Gangsta Rap are not the good references to go when it comes to how do women behave in social encounters.
Yeah, I've been having this exact conversation with my little brother of what do you think we do all day? What do you think happens?
The Pussy's Boogie is where some guy picks her up in a pickup truck and she is so happy she rolls down the window and then she pulls out her top and let them flop in the breeze. And apparently women don't do that.
No, I'd knock somebody out. This is carrying a classified weapon or what's
Especially in this weather.
yeah, really.
You mean a concealed weapon?
Concealed one, yeah.
No, what's the one like Jackie Chan's fists or some kind of weapon?
Lethal weapon.
Lethal weapon. Yeah, no.
Oh.
If I were to let these loose, the citizens of this county would not be safe.
I actually, this is so bad. In college, I had to write a story about morals, and I was very obsessed with money in the 90s. And the main female character, she was flat-chested. And so the other girls would always make fun of him. There was the three big, top-heavy super blondes. Mm-hmm. And they would make fun of her because she was flat-chested, and they all had big bosoms. And she had a speech, something like, I wouldn't want big breasts. They seem like something that would bump into walls or maim small children. I could buy breasts. I don't need to be born with them.
All right, I'm going to move you along because we need to introduce folk because we got a tight schedule for the first hour. So.
All right. So we've
On that note,
Jeff Hawks, you were here last year for, and Phil Burns, you were here last year, I believe, for April Fool's.
Yes, and sadly we came back. So
yes, you know exactly what you signed up
we're
for.
born for punishment.
With
What you mean, we've paleface?
Oh, you are picking music to intentionally punish me? What are the other shows?
That seems to be every show you do.
Yeah.
But you always help me with doing the sticky notes on the mouse for April Fool's.
Oh, yeah. We did
And
that.
I was in the office on Thursday. We're back on track. And they had to move a mouse because they hired a new person and no one had sat there all year. And they grabbed it. It was like, why did someone put April Fool's on a mouse that no one sits at? And what was this all about? And then the IT person's like, they blamed us. We still don't know who did it, but they blamed us. And I think they're going to do it again.
The victim hasn't been. I mean, the perpetrator has not been caught.
Has not been caught. So that's why I'm not doing it this year because they're expecting it.
So do something else.
Do it on April 2nd.
No, then you got to
Yeah, he doesn't go in the office enough to make it not.
Oh, okay. All right.
Yeah.
I will be doing the April Fool's because I do have to go into office on Monday, and instead I'm going to do the one where you get a coffee cup and you have it open and you tear up like a piece of paper. Sometimes you can use confetti, and what it does is like you lean over someone's cubicle like, hey, how are you? I am so tired. Easter was so good, and then you accidentally act like you dumped the coffee on them, and they jump back.
And then they hurt themselves, have a heart attack. Then there's a meeting with HR. And, sorry.
Some people I've worked with, they didn't fall for that one because she was like, "You never get that close to me. Why were you walking towards
What's
me?"
funny is that the Harlem Globetrotters used to do that.
With a bucket, I think. Right?
No.
With a bucket.
Someone on the court, if it was a player on the other team, they would actually use a bucket of water. And if somebody from the audience said something, they'd turn around with another bucket and they'd go after them, and it would be full of confetti. And I was just waiting for the day when they would accidentally switch them up.
Switch them up. So I'm going to do that one, and if I can, I'm going to see if we have paste, because there's always the one where you have a small thing of like paste in your hand, and then you lean over someone as you're talking, and then you go achoo, and you throw the paste right there on the desk in front of them.
No, better yet.
Somebody's gonna take that very wrong. We are in the post-COVID.
Get
Yeah,
some-
I wouldn't do that one.
Yeah.
That yellow glue.
Yeah, the
that comes
yellow
in
glue.
clumps.
Again, I would avoid that
Yeah.
one.
Yeah.
And then there's also the ones like you have a glass of water and you get your fingertips wet, and then you stand behind somebody and you go achoo, and you just spritz them with the water. And it hits
All right,
them
moving
back.
on. Moving on.
Mikey doesn't like it when I prank him because I one time did those like horror movie Asian kids climbing out of the microwave in toilets. So
Rolling.
all right, Mikey, you good?
Yeah, I'm good.
You're
Don't
eager?
Don't bring me.
All right. Christine Marie, you're joining us. Thank you so much.
Hi,
Now,
thanks
you
for
just
having
did Mamma Mia.
Just finished.
And
Mamma
on
Mia.
April 25th, Thursday, April 25th, you are directing us and playing by heart.
Yes, I'm so excited. I'm so excited for the entire cast. The cast of Mamma Mia was just phenomenal. Everybody, I was entirely outcast. Everybody's so talented, and you get to act with them. Ha 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 ha. I just have to point at them and tell them what to do.
I'm expecting my Pia Zadora realness.
I cannot wait. You are so perfect for this role. I'm so excited. If you are willing to get harassed by Thomas Bottoms, you should absolutely come to the Black Eagle at 7 p.m. On Thursday, April 25th. Also, plugging April 20th, there's a 420 show where your girl's going to be Mary Jane Stewart. I'm going to teach you how to do a no-bake while you're baked so that nobody gets hurt. And since you already have your rolling skills, I'm going to teach you how to make a tiny little bear. Take it with you.
Bear?
So, yeah, like a little teddy bear. I'm
Oh.
going to show you how to roll it up. And
That's cute. That's cute.
A bear that you light on fire and smoke it?
no,
Okay.
just that you know how to roll it. That's all. You,
I was gonna- 'cause
you
I-
can use the same skill set in whatever you're gonna do. I don't know.
I
but
just-
it's a good skill to have. Is all that I'm saying.
Origami of marijuana.
I'm just saying because I remember one time there was a anthropomorphic bear that told me one time that only I could prevent forest fires, and I think that's just crossing some lines there. You know, I'm just saying.
I remember Smokey the Bear. I had my little badge. I wore to preschool.
Well, didn't
I
you
was so
see-
proud.
There was like a whole documentary, and like people are on like podcasts now, like speaking out because you know what they did to Smokey the Bear.
Oh, Smokey. Did he do stuff to children or
No,
something?
no.
Oh,
I
okay.
mean, like he was the children is the
Oh, okay.
problem. Yeah. I'm really just.
I know.
into
I'm
this.
just thinking, like, I'm just thinking Smokey can't go near a school for like within 60
500
feet.
yards with the
All right, let's do our first.
I thought he
Let's do our
was
first
like a
one.
puppet of some sort.
He's
Yeah, let's do-
entirely.
yeah.
All right, Phil, Jeff Hawks, you guys doing good?
Yep.
All right, are you ready? Now, since you're going to be playing Mary Jane Stewart,
Uh-huh.
I learned recently there was a group called Centerfold in the Netherlands who were heavily inspired by Vanity 6 and the Mary Jane Girls. And here we have their number 41 hit in the Netherlands from 1984, Bad Boy by Centerfold.
If we become sexy, baby, let me see that your love has got a hold on me. If you become sexy, baby, hold me tight, 'cause your love is all I need tonight. Tonight, you're gonna make me feel like a woman. Tonight, I'm gonna make you feel like that. Show you, baby, what I really am. You're a bad little boy, but I like what you do to me. You're a bad little boy, but I like what you do to me. You're sexy, baby, and you feel so good. You're sexy, baby, oh, I'm in the mood. You really give me something, oh, it feels so fine. Feel the shivers running up and down my spine. Just keep on going till I'm on the floor. I need your loving and a whole lot more. Please don't you hurry, just take your time. It can't be over 'cause it feels so fine. Tonight, you're gonna make me feel like a woman. Tonight, I'm gonna make you feel like that. Show you, baby, what I really am. You're a bad little boy, but I like what you do to me. You're a bad little boy, but I like what you do to me. You're a bad little boy, but I like what you do to me. You're a bad little boy, but I like what you do to me. You're sexy, baby. You're sexy, baby. You're sexy, baby. You feel so good. You're sexy, baby. You're sexy, baby. You're sexy, baby. I'm in love. You're a bad little boy, but I like what you do to me. You're a bad little boy, but I like what you do to me. 'Cause you're a bad little boy, but I like what you do to me. You're a bad little boy, but I like what you do to me. You're a bad little boy, but I like what you do to me. You're a bad little boy, but I like what you do.
You are listening to Bottoms of the Barrel live on Q4 Radio. Bottoms of the Barrel airs live every Saturday from 5 to 7 p.m. on AM 1680, Q4.org, iTunes Radio, and the TuneIn app. Search for Q4 Radio.
And that was Bad Boy by Centerfold from 1984, went to number 41 on the Netherlands. They were actually called Centerfold to promote the single. All three women posed for Playboy. The Dutch version of Playboy, yeah, they posed for Playboy.
Make your money.
Funny enough, the one that took the longest to take off her clothes, who she sang the "Tonight You're Gonna Make Me Feel Like a Woman," you're gonna make me feel like the one that sings like you might actually have a voice, like girl, why are you here? She actually did leave the group and have a successful career. Still performing in a pop jazz market in the Netherlands. Like I Googled her and she was doing shows last week, like 2 or 3 shows a week.
Fantastic.
So good for her. I'm not sure I need to pursue her music, but we'll see what goes on. But this is not Nasty Girl. It wants to be Nasty Girl, but it's not Nasty Girl. It's definitely not In My House with Mary Jane Girls, and I have to also say that their singing does put the Bananarama singing harmony into perspective. Puts early Madonna into perspective. Like, I know she rolled around in a wedding dress, and the camera went up her dress, and she said made her famous, but these women were just throwing it all out there. The choreography in the video, if you can watch it, definitely, it's amazing. They all get undressed at different times.
Well,
and
two of them do it at the same time, and then the third one, I genuinely think her zipper got stuck, but she plowed through it, man.
I think
Wait, I'm going to stop you. We only got like 5 minutes. So.
As a friend said, this thing is disgusting. but it's disgusting in like an 80s trashy way, and I hate it and love it at the same time. And I have to say, I'm going to give it a yay. I don't plan to listen to it again, but if you need some 80s trash, might need to check out Centerfold. Mikey Chip, yay, nay, man, how bad was it?
That was horrible. That was all Casio keyboard, and that you couldn't see the video. The tall blonde woman looked like she was doing the dance. That the cat woman, not cat woman, but cat lady, to differentiate, from the bar scene in Star Trek V, The Final Frontier, because apparently William Shatner has a thing about women with 3 tits and being a cat. She was doing the same dance, and that's all I could think about during the entirety of the song.
Now, Christine Marie, yay, nay,
I
meh.
think it's fun for a playlist. Like, if you were going for a whole theme, you know, Samantha Fox's Naughty Girls Need
I love that
too.
song.
Yeah, like this, you could work this into a thing. It's got some like montage pieces to it. Like, definitely will I see like the shoulder pads and the like the neon party skirt kind of thing. But yeah, no, it's a yay. I don't hate it.
I would like to see this choreographed for like a RuPaul's Drag Race challenge.
Exactly right. Exactly right.
Jeff Hawks. Now, number 1, were you tempted by the flesh? And number 2,
I love the fact that the YouTube video gives you a date, 1984. I didn't need that to see that this was in the 80s. That is the most 80s video ever. I think that was on the if that was not on the soundtrack of some like cop movie in the 80s, then it got passed over. And by the way, I love how you say the word choreograph. That word has never done so much heavy lifting in its life, because I think you missed the part where one of them almost literally clotheslined another dancer. They were not in tune. But I'll be honest, it's cheesy 80s. I don't think I'm like you. I wouldn't listen to it again, but I don't hate it because it just reminds me of like Beverly Hills Cop, you know, those type of movies.
Skinemax. This was in a skin.
Yeah, you know what I mean? Like an
probably in a
80s
Skinemax.
cop movie,
Yeah.
you know? That's what it feels like. Like there's a montage of him like trying to solve the case and this song's playing there. Or it's the beginning when you introduce the character.
the cop's girlfriend's a pop singer.
Or
And
we're-
this is what she's singing.
This is in the bar scene in that.
That's
movie.
exactly
Or-
what
That's
I
in the
was
bar
thinking.
scene.
Or when they introduce the main character, when he comes on the screen, that's like playing in the background just because he's a bad boy, you know? Like, it feels like that, like a Beverly Hills Cop. But like I said, I don't hate it, but I don't think I'd ever like seek it out ever.
Is that a yay or a meh?
I'm going to say yay just for the 80s nostalgia of it.
I would say,
Plus, someone almost got clotheslined, and I thought that was funny.
if you threw this song into some kind of 80s mix, I
Oh,
don't
dude,
think
it'd fit
anyone
there
would-
perfectly. It'd be
they're
the
like,
theme.
I've never heard this before, but then they would go on with their life.
That almost sounds like what I just said. What's up, Phil?
Yes. Phil Burns, yay, nay, meh.
I'll give it a yay, and I think all those were in the original filming of Beach Babes from Outer Space. Don't ask.
I won't because we don't have time.
Good.
I've seen a
It's
lot of
just
those movies.
It's a weird, yeah.
Our space shuttle crashed. Let's get into bikinis.
Yeah.
Or sp-
What bikinis? They just never. Well,
Just run around naked.
yeah.
God bless
well,
the
close
80s.
enough. Yeah.
All right, so it's 5:20, and I was reminded of this song, and I'm sad that I was. I played it one time, and Mike left the room, and I'm sure all of you will at some point, because it's 8.5 minutes long.
We may not do the whole song,
Good.
and we'll see how far I can get through.
And what's really
Get to
scary,
the TikTok part so somebody knows it.
it went to number 2 in the UK. So you have to recognize this song was played multiple times a day while you were working. Here we have performance artist from New York City, Laurie Anderson with Oh Superman.
Oh, Superman. Oh, John. Oh, Mom and Dad. Mom and Dad.
Oh, George. Oh, Mom and Dad. Mom and Dad. Hi. I'm not home right now, but if you want to leave a message, just start talking at the sound of the tone. Hello? This is your mother. Are you there? Are you coming home? Hello? Is anybody home? Well, you don't know me, but I know you, and I've got a message to give to you. Here come the planes. So you better get ready, ready to go. You can come as you are, but pay as you go. Pay as you go. And I said, okay, who is this really? And the voice said, this is the hand that takes. This is the hand that takes. This is the hand that takes. Here come the planes. They're American planes, made in America. Smoking or non-smoking.
You are listening to Bottoms of the Barrel live from Que4 Radio. Bottoms of the Barrel airs live every Saturday from 5 to 7 p.m. on AM 1680, Q4.org, iTunes Radio, and the TuneIn app. Search for Que4 Radio.
And that was Oh Superman by Laurie Anderson that Mikey Chip felt could not go halfway through because 827, I know you're bad at math, should at least get us closer to 413 instead of 357.
Did you really want to keep listening to that song? Did you really want to keep... Did you want another 20 seconds?
Hit him.
No, I'm not hitting him. Then I go to jail for that.
I don't mean to hurt him.
No, Mikey didn't hit him at all. Good. He didn't hit him at all, officer. I didn't see anything.
He was having a spasm. He was having a spasm.
Mikey, that was your cue.
That's like an old X-Men comic book where Wolverine stabbed Rachel Summers in the chest, and no one cared because they all felt she had it coming. So
No, I just know this is being recorded, so I'm just letting everybody know that no, Mikey Chip, we didn't hit him at all. And we...
All right.
oh God, I don't know why it's called Oh Superman.
I do. It's based on an overture, some kind of classical music that it's the Father, Son, and Holy Spirit or something like that. And the translation is akin to, and she's being a little pretentious about it, but it's Oh Superman. And the overture, the beginning of the song is the exact same as the overture.
Oh.
Told you I did my
The
homework.
whole
The ha-ha-has.
Well, because that's probably, it was like a cello or something.
Yeah, exactly. Right.
Oh wow. Okay.
So that was Bach.
Thank you.
It's some classical dude. I can look it up while y'all
It's fine. The ha 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 gets annoying very quickly. I did occasionally like it when she would synth harmonize with the ha ha ha. It's a bunch of answering machines talking to each other and hey mom and dad and are you coming home? And it then started when Mikey Chip was turning it off. It was American planes that are made in America. And do you want smoking or not? I'm giving it a meh. I don't know what to make of performance art. And I hope to get that ha 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 out of my head.
Then stop repeating it.
As quickly as possible. That was pain. Mikey Chip, yay, nay, meh.
As can be said about a lot of songs in the 80s, cocaine's a hell of a drug.
Is that why her eyes look like that?
I mean...
Probably.
It seems a little more methamphetamines to me. It's performance art. This is what they do.
Yeah, but New York performance art, that's what I'm thinking maybe more.
1981.
1981.
Was meth around?
Yeah, well, this is why I'm thinking
Not
it,
as popular
because
as it is
David
now.
Sedaris talks a lot about it at that particular moment.
But but also just the whole New York scene was very coked out too.
Sure, for sure.
They were on a lot of high stimulants, heavy stimulants. She was. We'll just leave it at that because we don't
Poppers.
Okay, it
know.
is.
And yeah, that was that happened. We heard that.
Is that a big nay from you, Mikey?
Goddamn.
Moving on.
So next time you anger me, turn this on and blare it in my office, and then lock the doors so you can't. You have to either listen to it or leave the house.
Well, no, I have noise canceling headphones. I don't put those on.
I did notice you left the room when I started playing this. So
I wonder why.
Yeah, mystery solved.
So Christine Marie, you actually did homework on this one. Thank you.
Right.
I'm sorry.
So it's O Sovereign, O Judge, O Pierre, which is O Sovereign, O Judge, O Father. And it's taken from Jules Massenet's 1885 opera Le Cid. And it's heard in the voice of the tenor Charles Holland. The first lines, O Superman, O Judge, O Mom and Dad, echo the aria. Susan McClary suggests in her book Feminine Endings that O Superman may also have been inspired by Massenet's 1902 opera forgive me, Le Jongleur de Notre Dame. Okay, so it's a yay from me in the way that my best friends attended Sarah Lawrence. I can't help who I am. So yeah, I like it and you know what else I really like is that somebody heard that and got the snippet that they did for the TikTok.
I have not seen the TikTok.
Oh, this is a very common sound on the TikTok that goes, "You don't know me, but I know you." Doot doot. And for that not snippet, clip, whatever you call that.
Soundbite. Whatever, yeah.
Right. There are a lot of really clever things that people do with it. Looking at pictures of like their grandmother that survived the Holocaust and like understanding where they are right now and like things like that. Like there are pieces that you can be moved by. You know, it's an opera unto itself. So it's a yay.
It's a yay. Now, did you wish that we had continued for another 4 minutes?
No.
Her yay only went so far.
A short yay.
All right.
Okay, Jeff Hawks, tear into it.
I think about people during songs like this, like the people who have impairments, like they're not able to see, they're blind, maybe stuck in a wheelchair for the rest of their life, they can't move their limbs. And I also think about people who've lost the ability to hearing. And when I hear this song, I think about those people who can't hear, and I think, you lucky bastards. You lucky bastards.
Are we allowed?
Sure, you can't hear your family, the laugh of your cousin or whatever, or hear a beautiful sound of a bird singing, but you lucky bastards, you don't ever have to hear this song. And the music video alone, I'll be honest, at first when I saw the music video, I thought, is that Trey Cool from Green Day? And why is he doing shadow puppets? That's literally the first thing I thought is Trey Cool is doing shadow puppets. And ha 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 na.
I mean, at least 2 of us in this room claimed that haircut at one point in our lives. So
I'm gonna say nay on so many
Nay.
things, and wow,
Nay.
no, that I was literally the. By the way, for anyone who doesn't know, I was one of the favorite persons in the background saying, "No, we could just end this after 2 minutes. We could just do this right now. We just do this right now. He's fading. It's fading off. The song is fading off. Just do it right now."
Yeah.
Well, I wanted to know what other answering machine messages and phone
No,
calls
you
would
wanted to
have taken
torture everybody
place.
further. That's what you wanted to do. Let's be honest, Thomas. You saw this song. You thought, I'm going to hurt people with this song.
Yeah.
All right, no. Let Phil go. Let Phil. I'm done.
Phil,
Actually, when I first heard that and I heard that, I was thinking of I thought of Kentucky Fried Movie.
It sounds like a broken record, doesn't it?
No, it's the alarm guy from the Island of Dr. Klon.
Yeah.
I will never want to hear this again. Please, 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 please.
But this might deter.
Stop!
This might deter criminals. I want a recording of this so I can play it in my car for a car alarm in case anyone would be through. It will definitely scare them off.
that
shit.
like they only
Of course,
listen.
they could sue me for psychological damage, but hey.
No. They're already criming, so you're good.
Okay,
good.
See, what I know about the CDs at Guantanamo is it's like Matchbox 20, so they don't even hurt them that badly.
Not Maroon 5?
Possible. I don't know. There were only like 6 CDs in the documentary that I watched. So one of them was Matchbox
I just
20.
drew a blank because what was that other song that's just so vanilla, that one band? Oh, I can't think of it. I was thinking of it.
There's
And
Air
then-
Supply. There's Journey.
No, something more recent. A rock band that was like so...
Hoobastank.
No.
Nickelback.
move on. Nickelback. That's what I was saying. Nickelback. I was like, what, is that Nickelback? Anyway, moving on.
I like some Maroon 5 songs. I like the duet with Rihanna, especially the Rihanna part.
I was told once that Adam Levine sounds like someone taught a clarinet to speak, and it made me like him more.
That sounds more like Tiny Tim, too.
That's more of a piccolo.
You think so? Okay.
Do the tulips.
Do the tulips.
Moving on.
Oh, gosh.
Thank you.
Okay. So, I do have to think this song, Oh Superman, as like your alarm clock, would definitely make you get up to turn it off.
Yeah, but it also make you get up to commit suicide, too, and you shouldn't do that.
What was that movie, Brazil, that was directed by one of the Monty
Terry
Pythons?
Gilliam.
There you go.
Yes.
That this could be in there though, right?
Yeah, but that movie was good.
Yeah, no, I but it's the shape and the style,
Yeah.
right?
I was reading an old 1997 Heroes for Hire comic book where Colleen Wing and Misty Knight got kidnapped, and the villain Madcap, who is just annoying and he thinks he's funny, but he's not, and you can't really hurt him because he just puts himself back together. And so they were tied up, and he kept doing really bad Monty Python
Oh, God.
routines. And she's like, isn't there something about the Geneva Conventions? Isn't there? But all right, so we're continuing on. I guess we're on time.
Yeah, let's go to the next song so I can forget that one.
This one could have been a cover wars, but I didn't want to make us sit through it. In 1974, Paul Anka had a #1 hit with Odia Coates. Here we have "You're Having My Baby."
Having my baby, what a lovely way of saying how much you love me. Having my baby, what a lovely way of saying what you're thinking of me. I can see it, your face is glowing. I can see it in your eyes, I'm happy knowing that you're having my baby. You're the woman I love, and I love what it's doing to you. Having my baby. You're a woman in love, and I love what's going through you. need you. I see it showing. Oh, the seed inside you, baby. Do you feel it growing? Are you happy in knowing that you're having my baby?
I'm a woman in love and I love what it's doing to me.
Having my baby.
I'm a woman in love and I love what's going through me.
Didn't have to keep it, wouldn't put you through it. You could have swept it from your life, but you wouldn't do it. No, you wouldn't do it. And you're having my baby.
I'm a woman in love and I love what it's doing to me.
Having my baby.
Thank you.
I'm a woman in love and I love what's going through me.
Having my baby. Having my baby. What a lovely way of saying how much you love me. Having my baby.
You are listening to Bottoms of the Barrel live on Q4 Radio. Bottoms of the Barrel airs live every Saturday from 5 to 7 p.m. on AM 1680, Q4.org, iTunes Radio, and the TuneIn app. Search for Q4 Radio.
And that was Paul Anka with Odia Coates' #1 Billboard hit from 1974. You're Having My Baby. I do have to say Odia Coates has a nice voice. I actually, when she started singing, I didn't per se like what she was singing and didn't like the context of what she was singing. But she has a really good voice. I liked her voice. Oh, wow. It's You Knocked and You Love Me. And I know you love me because you knocked. It's a loving song. He loves what it's doing to her figure. He loves that her figure's being ruined. I guess this is what melted sugar sounds like. I don't know.
Nothing about figure ruined. He did not feel that way. He did not.
No,
I
but,
love what it's doing to your body.
but,
Yeah.
but the sugar thing, yeah, he didn't say that.
Yeah, and then and then you have to say you didn't have to keep it. You could have swept it away. And this is a couple years after Roe v. Wade passed. And I do have to say, upon hearing this, I am more pro-choice than ever.
For sure, but I love that it was in the song.
Yeah.
Holy crap, that's a whole bunch of feelings you got covered. Now, on the other hand, I'm glad that you didn't make us go through the cover wars, because the thing about a cover is you heard it and went, I can put my own spin on it, and or I can be very loyal to that. And that didn't need to be done again.
That we already have the sugar overdose. We don't need to
Yeah.
to go again. As a woman, and you're glad that I'm glad that you recognized the pro-choice, and he was going to support her anyway. So yay, nay, meh. How do you feel, Christine
Oh,
Marie?
jeez.
Having my baby.
Oh, jeez. I love it. She sounds like Morty now. Ah, jeez.
I wanted to love it, but now I just don't.
No, but here's the thing. Like, okay, there are no songs that sound like this. There are no songs that cover this particular subject
I think there's a
matter.
reason.
No, I disagree. I think music can be more than just love songs.
Well, I'm going to interject. Isn't She Lovely by Stevie Wonder is definitely about the birth of his child.
No,
and how happy
definitely.
he is.
Totally.
And I'd rather listen to that.
Cat Stevens, John Lennon, everybody's got flavors of that.
Madonna
certainly.
has Little Star.
But I really like the look, whatever you wanted to do, I'm good. And she's like, yeah, no, I wanted this. That's great. Everybody's making their decisions. That's so cool. But as like it sounds like we're opening the book of the joy of sex. Like I can see the drawings in the tone of the do 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 do.
Yeah, I have that in my head now.
The time when no one owned a straight razor. Yes.
Yeah. Moving on.
So is that yay, nay, man, Christine Marie?
It's a really tight meh with like a 1% leaning over to yay.
1% leaning over. A friend of mine actually, he would describe his the bushes around his house, the plants that grew outside. There was the bear one that he called the 90s. There was the contoured one that he called the 80s, and there was the overgrown one that he called the 70s.
I love it.
So plants, gotta love our plants. Mikey Chip, did you love You're Having My Baby?
So, if I was to imagine a movie scene where people had to wait to get into hell, so the waiting room of hell, this would be the song that's playing, because it's torturing you. It's not what you're going to get on the other side of the door. That's going to be worse, but we're going to start out strong. We're going to start out strong and torture you just before you get your key or whatever you got to do. So, nay. Also, that Joy of Sex imagery, the picture book going on. Yeah, this is a real strong, like, some European movie from the early 70s. This would be playing like while they're having sex. I know it's the wrong song, but it's Europe in the early 70s. That's still going to happen. So, yeah.
Now, since that's an introduction to our heterosexual Gaff Jeff Hawks about listening to movies about songs about conception during making love, does that help get you in the mood, Jeff Hawks? And yay, nay, man, for You're Having My Baby.
This song should be played in a condom ad. It would be the perfect song for a condom ad. This is, I think we've reached it. Like, we had a bad song, you went from bad to like pure cringe. Like, this is like, if cringe had a song to it, it would be this. Like, what is the line you said about sugar? Because I'm like, that is the most.
It's just melted sugar.
It's the most unromantic, cringy thing I've ever heard. I would break up with someone immediately if they were sick. Like, because it seems like he cares more the fact that she's knocked up or anything else. He's like, I just want to have a kid and procreate. You know, he sounds like a king wanting an heir to the throne, not like a romantic thing.
I don't know. I think it sounds.
It sounds cringy, like he cares about that more than anything.
No.
So this like grandparent we loved you music.
This is certainly like somebody came in to buy butterfly kisses and got chased out of the
Suburban
store.
It sounds like the guy found out Rowan Way went the way it did, and now he's desperate, and they're trying to desperate push. Like, well, I'm glad you didn't go with what they say instead. Had the kid instead. Nay. It's cringy as hell.
Now, something that's like hindsight's 2020, the 1974, 1975 original and only good one, horror movie Black Christmas. There, because I had seen it in the 2000s, I didn't catch the whole Roe v. Wade issues because there's a big scene, there's a big thing that the main character is pregnant. She doesn't know if she wants to keep the baby, doesn't know if she wants to keep her boyfriend. And there's also a concern that the boyfriend might be the killer. I need to rewatch it with that view lens of, oh, she's pregnant, now she has options. It's would be interesting. But I also have to agree with you that his viewpoint of this woman is similar to like Mandingo of, oh, master, can I keep my suckling when he come? Like, this is like the worst way a woman would ever talk about being pregnant.
I'm not signing off on that.
No, don't watch Mandingo. Phil Burns, yay, nay, meh.
Now I know why when I went in the Army in 74, and it was this month, June, that I went in and this song was popular then, why we wanted to declare war on Canada.
Is Paul Anka Canadian?
Yes.
Oh.
Yes.
Justifiable.
Yeah. I actually, I heard it before I went in. I actually enjoyed this song, but now I know why a lot of deserters from the military went to Canada. It wasn't because they didn't want to fight. It was because of free sex, and they wanted to avoid their girlfriends being pregnant. I give it I don't know what to give it.
It's a question mark. It's 80s pap. It's
70s
pap.
Yeah.
I can do a question mark. It's okay. Sometimes the thing is what it is.
Well, like I said, I liked it. I heard it before I went in, and then I realized why we wanted to go to war with Canada. So it's like, yeah, and
see, I don't. So a song about you having my baby is supposed to inspire violence?
No, it's supposed to.
I feel like
No. It's supposed to inspire guys that don't want the responsibility to run to Canada. Because I think Canada's a non-extradition country.
You really ran a long way to get to that.
They will extradite as long as it's not a death penalty case.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, that's true.
Canada
All right,
doesn't
but
have to-
so yay, nay, meh, because we got to move on.
Question mark.
Question mark is fine. So for my birthday this year, I bought myself the 32 CD collection of stock Aiken Waterman, 31 singles multi-mix. This is the one multi-mix that I could not get through. Mikey Chip was very happy when we turned it off. I don't know how long we went. This went to number 4 in the UK, number 19.
We're listening to Bottoms of the Barrel
You wanna
live
get
on
stabbed?
Q4 Radio. Bottoms of the Barrel is live every Saturday from 5 to 7 p.m. at AM 1680, Q4.org, iTunes Radio, and the TuneIn app. Search for Q4 Radio.
Phil Birds, I know we've sat through bad songs before, but you've never pulled out a knife.
Play another one like this.
So this is Toy by Sonata, 1987. I have to say the song by itself, separated from the remix CD, is fine. I'm going to give it a yay. It's fun. The part that really gets annoying is the whole, whoa, he's my toy boy, I'm in love with my toy boy.
Stop,
toy boy.
stop.
Whoa.
Stop.
And so, as I can point out, because I have to raise my glasses, there are 12 remixes, versions of this song. Why? One is an instrumental, And then there's like the extended bicep mix, the pumped up mega mix, overextended bicep.
I'm just gonna stop. This song is fine. I actually don't mind it. The problem with hearing this song when he first played it was he played that whole CD.
So it's stock.
So
Aiken
that
Waterman,
song
there's-
was on repeat for basically about an hour in my house.
So Mikey, if there's any government secrets, would you have given them up?
No, I probably would have taken the cyanide.
So I appreciate the 80s guitar. Mikey Chip, yay, nay, man.
I'll give it a meh. I don't dislike it by itself without it on repeat for the whole hour. Where I don't remember what I seriously blocked
We
that out
turned
of my
it off.
mind.
I actually got annoyed and I turned it off halfway through. I do like dance remixes. The Justify My Love dance remix for Madonna is like one of my favorite because all the
Yeah,
different
but it's
versions
different. They sound different. This
all sounds like stock Aiken Waterman
This
remix.
to me
all
sounds
12
like
of those are the same.
I got it. This to me sounds like a sound-alike for Let's Hear It for the Boy. They couldn't get the rights.
I'm just more shocked by the fact that Thomas. I'm actually shocked that Thomas has a song that was annoying so much that he actually turned it off. I didn't think that was possible.
It is possible. It's happened a few times.
I used to think you guys were a great team. Now I realize that Mike is really suffering, and we need to.
There,
Intervention.
you're closer.
We need to save Mike from you because what is happening?
It's been a while.
Cece, you're closer. Here, you stab him.
No more knife play.
We're on the radio, Phil.
Exactly,
No one
we're
can
on the
see the
radio.
bloodshed.
But
They
can
won't.
hear the screaming.
You're supposed to say, "Give him the donut," and then him.
As the Puerto Rican in
We
the
don't
room,
have any
I should not be holding the knife.
Moving
No,
on.
please don't.
Moving
Don't
on.
fall into stereotypes. So, Christine Marie, is this a yay, nay, meh? Or you?
It's again, it's gonna be a yay for me. It's just pop. It's just shiny little happy pop. You're celebrating the person that you're with. They're not perfect, but you know what? You like them that way. That's fine.
Would you listen to it again?
Yeah. Again, I put it on some like 80s little pop
It
mix.
could
Would you
fall
put it
into
on
the
repeat?
80s
It would
mix.
absolutely.
No repeat.
No, the
Whoa.
song from earlier, the Bad Boys song, would go on the same playlist as this and the Samantha Fox and the,
You know how the government would torture people? They would put this song on repeat for an hour.
They should have sent this song to Iraq instead of the men.
What you don't know is Thomas has been undercover this whole time. That's what's been happening to Mikey.
It's true. So, Cece Nunez, did you hear enough of Toy Boy? Did you?
I did hear enough of it, but here's the thing. I didn't hate it. It's a bop. It just reminds me of when I was little in the mall. You know what I
Well,
mean?
yeah.
It's
Yeah.
mall
I
music.
can picture hairspray being used during this song.
Like, you hear this song and you can smell the Aquanet. Hella strong.
Totally.
Well, the thing that the Aquanet and the cigarette smoke.
Yeah.
Back in the day, I used to use so much Aquanet when I had hair, so it wouldn't move. And then by like fourth period, I could just start cracking my hair, and I liked seeing like the white dust. It wasn't dandruff. It was like white Aquanet that would just fall down.
I know it's been a long time, but Hairspray still does that.
Oh, cool! And I one
But
time
his hair doesn't.
no.
That's probably what happened
No.
to his hair.
No. I've asked Mikey if I can get a weave, and he says no. Now, I did one time with Aquanet, like, I was a place and there was a really scary spider, and if you spray it for a minute, they will not move.
Yeah.
So,
What a horrible way to die. Poor spider.
You could be Tommy Bottom's Merkin.
Wow.
okay, that's going to lead us into, like, how they used to kill mice and have sticky
Okay,
tape,
we're
and
moving
gonna
on. We're
move
moving on.
So, Jeff Hawks, as a Hoosier who kills mice,
Wow, I just led into that anyway.
how did you feel about
I
Toy
didn't.
Boy?
I cannot confirm or deny the allegation that Thomas made on the radio. Anyway, the song "Toy Boy." This would be the best song for an ad for a vibrator. Perfect song. Tell me I'm wrong. Tell me I'm wrong. No, exactly. No. This is too much 80s. This is way too much 80s, and I like 80s. This does remind me of the time going to the mall and everything. But then again, back in the 80s when I was going to the mall, I was listening to The Clash. So no, I wasn't listening to this. So no, this played in like the teeny bopper stores on repeat.
Like
By the
you
way,
didn't sit at Spencer's for 4 hours. I worked there for 4 years.
how
you
many
liar.
remixes? How many remixes you said?
12.
There's 12.
Okay,
so
that's
there's
12
one
too many.
original,
12 too many.
the-
12 too many.
One radio version, one original mix, and then there's an instrumental.
I'm just imagining
So
the
then
team.
9
No. I just want to imagine the team behind this song thought, hold on, I just thought of another remix for this song. It was probably after they did a line. Hold on, I got another idea for a remix for this song.
There's a version with a rap. They at some point have rap.
No.
And
Oh, God,
the
shoot me now.
focus was
Rap.
a lot on the
Quotation.
Oh.
Yeah, I know.
That's
Yeah.
not to say again,
Like Vanilla Ace is like from the hood.
like
That-
the
yeah,
TikTok
that type of rap.
song.
Well, no, they're from London, so.
Okay.
There's plenty to sample from here. No, so seriously.
I do enjoy like the instrumentals that I'm finding on the Stock Aitken Waterman collection. So
Yeah, but like, if you told me that Snoop put out something with one of these, like in the background, like as some sample for something, I would believe it.
I would also think that Snoop needs to go to a better dealer.
Snoop backs Trump. So what does that tell you?
No, he doesn't.
no,
No, he
no,
doesn't.
no, that's
No.
Kanye.
Yeah.
Well, I thought
That's Kanye.
Snoop
No,
does.
no, no,
Oh
no.
no. Snoop really doesn't talk politics, but he's not a Trumper.
For sure.
Phil Burns.
Also, Snoop's in California. He doesn't have a dealer anymore. He has his own weed line.
Yeah,
Yeah.
really.
He needs to
true,
find a better
yeah.
line if he was in
I
the
think
song.
he actually does.
Yeah, no, he really does.
No,
you
he
can buy
does.
you
He's
can
got
buy
his
smoke.
fingers in a lot of
Snoopy
pies.
Doo drug. Snoopy Doo weed.
I'm surprised him and Martha Stewart haven't teamed up and did baked goods, to be honest.
Well,
they're working
they
on it.
That's
actually
what I'm
have,
doing on
They actually
420.
have a joint winery together.
oh, there you go.
Okay.
Yeah,
That's a good play. That's a good play on words. A joint winery.
there's the 99 Crimes wine, and there's a couple Martha Stewarts. There's a couple Snoop Dogs, and we actually have. And we need to try it. I paid way too much money for it. We have a Snoop Dogg champagne.
Rose.
It's a champagne.
Well,
It's
it's
not
a,
from.
it's a sparkling wine.
Yeah.
Okay, sparkling wine. There we go. All right.
Champagne is only from France.
Plugging again
From the Champagne
that
region.
on 420, I will be at the Sixpenny Bit doing the Mary Jane Stewart. You'll learn a no bake and how to roll a tiny little bear, which you could use to do whatever activities that you want to do. It's just a good skill, is all I'm saying.
Nice
Is
segue.
this weed origami? Because I'm
Sure is. Yep.
I made a dragon, and now I'm going to smoke it.
All right, Phil Burns. Yay, nay, meh. How bad was Toy Boy?
That's even worse than a nay. It's worse than nay.
Is
If
this
I
one of
ever
the
hear
worst
this thing-
songs I've played? Should we go back to Oh Superman?
I still have my knife out.
Cece, you missed the second song.
No, you didn't miss it. You
Yeah.
didn't miss it at all. You came
Oh, you're
perfectly.
just gonna play it again?
No.
No.
If we do that, everybody's going to get knifed.
We are so violent in this booth.
Moving on.
It's the music.
Moving on.
It's the music.
6
It's
o'clock.
April Fools. We're intentionally
next.
torturing people.
Yes. Next
6
bed-
o'clock. Yay.
I just can't decide if you shall have or not my flat. You just want to live right here without me and my cat. But I'm born to raise hell. Yes, I'm born to raise hell. You just want to drive my car far away from here. Leave me out there with my cat, drive home and have a beer. But I'm born to raise hell. Yes, I'm born to raise hell. I just can't decide if you shall have or not my flat. You just want to live right here without me and my cat.
is Saturday, March 30th, 2024, and you are listening to Bottoms of the Barrel on Q4 Radio, AM 1680, Q4.org. I am your host, Thomas Bottoms, bringing you a show with no budget, no future, no morals, aiming low for success. Hello, everyone.
Do we have a show?
We're halfway there.
Success!
Yay! We are doing a special April Fool's show where I am intentionally playing songs to punish and hurt people, or as Jeff Hawks would say, that's every Saturday. That's every Saturday. We have a website, bottomsofthebarrel.com. It's BOTTOMSTHBARREL.com. And if you click on the link that says click here, it'll take you to our YouTube station. And we're getting some viewers. We've got over 50 subscribers. Look today, our radio show.
We're up to 54 now.
54, yay! Do y'all follow me?
And then after the show, it went down to 40.
Toy Boy sent her over the edge.
No, 4.
Yeah.
So we also joined by Mikey Chip.
Ahoy, hoy.
How are you doing today?
I'm good. I knew what the music was going to be today, so I steeled myself.
Is this the worst we played, or have we played
Oh, no, we
worse?
played far worse.
Yeah.
I want to say, like, our 2017, the Diamante Gallus year, we did the April
Was that the
Fool's.
dark one? Was that the, like, morbid one? Because I remember that
No,
one.
it was...
It's
Woo! Woo! That's, like, literally the singing was that.
It's an hour and a half of her just screaming, and you're like, "What the hell is this?"
And then you end up screaming for another 2 hours after hearing it.
And then all of a sudden, you just, the thrill is gone.
When we do
The
the
thrill is gone.
replay of this, when it's on YouTube, you should add like a listener's warning for their ears and seizures, perhaps.
Yeah.
Well, I already screamed last week, 2 weeks ago, with doing Dune noise, the yell from Dune. Yeah, so now that's just now weekly. Yeah.
All right. Anyway, we have Christine Marie. I'm going to be in a production with you on April 25th. Playing by heart, you have cast me as a heterosexual male who wears flannel.
Questionably, I have cast you as a heterosexual male. That is not entirely clear in the script. No, so seriously.
Should I go full Paul Lind and see if it makes it?
God.
She's like, hold on.
That's
I did not write that.
I didn't write it, but the third scene that you do is absolutely you could go full Paul Lind. I'm so excited to have you. Honestly, you have so many different talents to reach
Oh,
from.
Rip Taylor.
Oh yes,
And yes,
Charles Nelson Riley.
Yeah,
Or I
there you
get to
go.
wear a scarf like Fred from Scooby Doo.
you can wear whatever you want. Just don't get stuck. That's the only clue. Because you're gonna have to move up and down the bar a lot. You're the most active.
Oh Lord,
Yeah.
I better get in shape.
Just a little bit of cardio. It's not a big deal. And then, like I said, on 420, I will be doing at Sixpenny. It's a whole cabaret, but I'll be doing a Mary Jane Stewart thing where we'll do Get Baked and Don't Bake It, and another little craft for you all. But I'm so excited for Playing by Heart and for all of the people that were in Mamma Mia last night. It was really a fantastic show. Everyone is super, super talented, and I hope you come see Playing by Heart.
I'm excited for that. Now, for your 420 show, I'm sorry, April 20th show.
Yep.
Are you gonna be playing there any songs by the Mary Jane Girls or
No,
Rick
well,
James? I Love You, Mary Jane.
There are several other acts. Sunflower just released their first single, so listen to that. There's Melizabeth, Sunflower Child. There's ASMR. Nitty Gritty is gonna be there. Do you know Nitty Gritty? Nitty Gritty's great. It's a burlesque act based on Gritty, like the Philadelphia mascot. She's
Is that
so
that odd,
funny.
hairy thing?
Bingo, correct. It's so fun.
It's like some Muppet Sesame Street sex play, but go on.
That's correct. That is 100% what she does. That is 100% it.
AI has gone insane. That's
It's
all
not
I'm
even
saying.
AI. She's been doing this for years.
No, I like the concept. Don't get me wrong.
It's also sponsored by Buddy's Bud Co., which also means that you're going to be getting some little goodie bags to go.
Oh, nice.
Buddy's Bud Co. is active in 3 states right now, and it's my little brother's store. So.
Nice.
Oh,
Yeah.
nice. Plug.
You're so good at this.
Honestly, that's why I wanted you to sit next to me. You're so good at this. You plug stuff. Here you go.
And then we've got Cece Nunez with us, a late arrival because she said she was hungover.
I'm so hungover. So Lincoln Lodge has this really great show that they show. It's like their version of Drunk History. It's called Hammered History. And for Women's History Month, we did Hammered Herstory, and I actually covered Italian poisoner Giulia Tefana. And she's like the patron saint of saving women from abusive marriages and child brides, you know? In like her short 20-year span, she killed like 600 men. And that's on the low end.
Yeah. 600.
Yeah.
I can't wait to tell you about Lieutenant Nunn. Also, I have such a crush on you right now.
That's someone.
I
wait.
have such low ambition.
Wait. 600. Wow, that's someone who gets up very early in the morning.
Her mom was actually her mother actually died because she was executed for poisoning her father, and so she ran away at 13 from Palermo to Rome and just followed the skills that her mom gave her, which was poisoning, and she did that.
I heard of her.
I mean,
Entrepreneurship.
there's a lot of serial killers like I killed 20 people. She's over there like amateur.
I have to actually commend this woman because sometimes you learn like on the job skills. I remember listening one time to a soap opera where this woman worked in a funeral home crematory, and some guy came sniffing around, so she killed him and then cremated him. And I'm like, see, she is using her work skills to advance her life.
Yeah.
That only goes to show how hot she was.
She's only employing the skill set and the wares that her mother has given her, the tools of the trade. And to be honest with that, it was like she's 13. Her only option is to marry an old pervert, sell herself to an old pervert, or, help other women escape. And yeah, she made a profit, but also she can afford to help the other women escape. So I'm all for it.
I agree with that. I'm game. Now, do you have any shows coming up, Cece? Any websites?
I do. So actually, I don't have too much on the menu for April. I just kind of fly by the seat of my skivvies. But I do have a show at Surge Billiards on 4/12.
Oh,
I'm excited about.
Variations?
No, it's Ron Bloom is hosting this one. It's Hot Mic.
he was a guest last week. He's a good guy.
I
Yes.
really enjoy him as a person. I see him out and about.
We also have our returning atheist, Jeff Hawks, from all the way from conservative Florida to less conservative Indiana, and now you are here.
Yeah.
I didn't go to Florida. What are you
Oh,
talking
I
about?
thought you moved your
No, my
dad-
dad's already moved over here. I just moved into his apartment.
Oh, you just had to go to Indianapolis.
Yeah, I didn't have to go to-
and-
yeah.
Okay, I'm sorry.
No, just
Is he
Northwest
living off 42nd
Indiana.
and Post?
Indiana.
Okay.
Indianapolis is a city.
Oh,
Indiana is a
he's
state.
moved to the state of Indiana.
Yes.
Well, they had that theme of like Wonder Indiana. No wonder I'm lost. So
Yeah, because there's nothing but corn and meth. Anyway, well, 600 though, as I said before. Wow, she gets up very early in the morning.
She was estimating. It was
some-
probably a lot more than that.
some women learn how to cook from their mother. They learn how to sew from their mother. Prince had that song called Pea Control that she learned from her mama.
Yeah.
This woman learned to poison. I commend her.
Trust me, the church notices when rich men that give them money just start to drop. They do.
Oh yeah, they don't want to be out. They don't want to be out of
The
pocket.
papacy was pretty pissed. They were pretty pissed. They were
You know,
about
the
to start
Lord,
playing.
he can't. Wait, hold on. Where's that rich guy? He wasn't here. All right, we're concerned now. Hold on, we're not making our money.
As an Italian Catholic who grew up in a restaurant, I'm pretty sure the reason that we still celebrate Lent is because my family were the fish people. So, like, once you have the skill, as long as you're consistent.
Yeah. Meanwhile, they're all on Good Friday. You don't eat meat. Meanwhile, here I'm like, there's a ribeye,
Yeah.
and some A1 and a big potato. Have fun. No. Yeah.
You're good, Jeff?
I'm. So far, I've survived an hour of the
we
torture.
got something to cover. We got
Oh, I
something to
have
cover.
that feeling.
Yeah.
And then Phil Burns, how you doing today?
I'm doing 100 a year. Wow, from 13 to 20. Wow,
Like
I
I
bet
said,
you.
she gets a very.
Do you know? And do you know
Gotta
the first
get
serial
up
killer in recorded
early in
history
the
was the
morning.
wife of a Caesar?
What? I'm sorry, what?
The wife of a Caesar.
God.
But they
She killed
couldn't.
that many people?
Huh? I don't know how many she killed, but they couldn't touch her because he was still alive. He was the emperor.
That makes a lot of sense. It's a lot
Once
like
he
the mob.
died, they quartered her with horses.
Drawn and quartered.
Yep. I don't know about drawn, but I know they tore her apart with horses.
Yeah, that's drawn and quartered.
Yeah,
I
that's
know.
what
I
I'm
was.
ordered.
Never mind.
Anyway, moving on.
All right, so I learned about this year.
And I heard about
last year. In 1965, jazz artist Patty Waters did a very interesting interpretation of an Irish folk song. We could have done this as a cover wars. I need to emphasize that while Nina Simone does a cover of it, so does Sinead O'Connor. It's an Irish folk song. Black is the color of my true love's hair. And everyone, this is the best time to take a bathroom break because it's 12 minutes long.
Oh God.
We're not doing the whole 12 minutes. No, but yeah.
Patty Waters, everyone.
Is the color of my true love's hair. His face is something wondrous fair. The prettiest eyes and the warmest hands. I love the ground where he stands. Black His face.
You are listening to Bottoms of the Barrel live on Q4 Radio. Bottoms of the Barrel airs live every Saturday from 5 to 7 p.m. on AM 1680, Q4.org, iTunes Radio, and the TuneIn app. Search for Q4 Radio.
Well, I guess we're doing Nina Simone's version now.
Oh, I got to open that up. Hold on. Give me a minute.
No.
No, we're good. We're
I
good.
thought you found it.
Oh, I did. I closed it. I had
So how did you feel about the emotional power of...
I can't say right now we're on the air.
I feel like this is what Enya's lobotomy sounds like.
I think it's what every lobotomy sounds like.
I think that causes lobotomies.
So remember how the song I said before, the "Oh Superman" was in the waiting room to hell? Play. This one was at the waiting room to purgatory.
Yeah.
This is the VIP song you hear.
Yeah.
This is the triage center.
Yeah.
This song.
Like, okay, we don't know if you're gonna where
is-
you're going, but you don't get get pleasure.
This
no
is
matter
the
what.
song you played before that other song to make it sound better. It's like, yeah, this song bad, but before that one, yeah.
You're supposed to play the Nina Simone
No, we're not.
not.
We are good. We are good.
How are we supposed to know what it could possibly sound like?
We are
The
good.
internet.
you,
We
Thomas.
live in the age of information. I'm sure
All
someone
right.
will find it.
Well, I think
We're all intelligent enough to realize that it can't
Some
be any
of
worse
this,
than this or better.
someone said, like, oh, it's like a Yoko Ono track. This is before Yoko. And I think some of this inspired Tori Amos, because sometimes she has her albums and she's all...
Yoko and Bjork were not in a vacuum.
Nor Tori Amos.
Oh, okay. So we just all hated that. We did.
It's
Yeah,
like the soundtrack to the movie Nails on a Chalkboard.
All right.
No, I think that's worse.
So I think that's a group nay, and we can move on to the next one. Just
Move on to happier pastures.
Let's talk about the bridge collapse in Baltimore, because that's a happier
Jesus.
topic than this song.
Whew.
I've lost loved ones. That seems like a more chipper conversation than this song.
Actually,
the way,
it's
for-
almost like a bad
By
ghost.
the way, for anyone who, for everybody out there listening to the song, I want you to know that off the air, we feel your pain. Me and Phil.
Y'all trying to strangle
Yes,
me.
me and Phil took
You
turns
moved
strangling
from that
Thomas.
to that. No, we gotta get hands on.
Christine and Cece are innocent.
No, I said me and Phil. I said me
you
and Phil.
said
Well,
we.
let's not
No, I
push
said
it.
me and Phil.
Wait. Christina Marie, let's not push it.
So we all hate it. There's no don't do that to you again. Is
Yeah,
that
I think 1, 2,
I've already
3.
trying to block it out as a traumatic event.
That is up there with Diamantagallus.
I might need therapy now.
Phil,
You already needed therapy.
I know that.
Thomas, you didn't bring enough alcohol for that song.
there
to
were
be played.
10 more minutes left. It might have picked up.
You should have brought alcohol. Hell, you should have.
Forwarded, but
You
chose
should
not
have
to.
brought
Mikey
other
Chip
treats.
chose not to. He chose to turn it off.
We could have.
Yeah, you know
And we
why.
thank Thomas, and we thank Mikey. We thank him profusely.
could've
Thank you,
listened to
Mikey. You
20
saved
seconds
us.
of every
You
minute of
saved
that
everyone.
song
You
to
have
see if
actually
anything
done a
happened.
good deed that has saved millions of people listening.
All right. So Good Friday, Easter's tomorrow. Jeff, how are your eggs? Tienes Yavis?
I say it's not Easter until Jay and Silent Bob beat up the Easter Bunny.
Are you gonna ask everyone the same question? I just want to know. 'Cause I
Yeah,
How are your eggs,
hold on.
Sissy?
I want to see this happen.
Today they're just hanging out. Tomorrow fertilized. We don't know. Christ is risen, and so is everything else.
He will rise again.
To celebrate the momentous occasion of Christ rising, we've trained this bunny to hide colored eggs for all the good boys and girls. Why? I don't know. We're Christians. We're crazy that way.
Anyone's going to celebrate Monday, the day after Easter candy sales?
Hell yeah!
Hell yeah.
I want those little peanut butter egg things.
I want Peeps. I want to find chocolate Peeps.
Ew.
You are like the only person ever
Peeps
on the
are
planet
disgusting.
Earth.
I like them.
They are absolutely disgusting.
Phil is single-handedly keeping the peep industry alive.
Yeah.
All right.
Hold on. That song was a cover wars, right? Like you.
Yeah, no, no cover.
We're moving on.
I know. It's the fact that you literally thought this song, the worst song ever. I need to find other copies of this song.
I need to state that I thought we were going to listen to the entire songs. I thought I was
because
going
you're
to
a
get the
horrible
privilege
person
to torture you for 14 minutes.
I
and
know.
thus I chose not to do a 3-minute and 7
because we
long
would have all
version.
collected. You know, when an airplane, when somebody gets crazy enough to open the door and like there's a mob roll, they all jump them. That would have happened.
I used to have that joke.
They would have been investigating. We all like, I don't know what happened.
Yeah.
Tommy's trampled to death, but we were all like, we don't know what
Wait.
happened.
See, the thing is, we're going to leave evidence behind. And they'll be able to nail us by the evidence. So we got to figure out.
Yeah,
how
but they're
get
going to hear the song and we're going to get
Well, if
let
the
off.
song's playing on the airplane, you'll probably want to jump anyway.
Then
But the song is our defense. Phil, the song is our defense. We play that for the.
But
we
then
play
we'll
that for
end
the.
up in a psych ward.
No,
I'd sure like an escape pod right now.
You are talking on a live radio broadcast. I'd like to just remind everyone.
All right, so Louis Gossett Jr. passed away, and we could have played the theme from An Officer to a Gentleman, but we're okay.
Pass.
We're good. May he rest in peace.
Yeah, he was actually one of my
He's a
favorite
good actor.
SNL. Yeah, he was great on SNL.
I
still, my favorite thing was when they did the weekend update, and they would do a report, but they'd also do it for the people who were hard of hearing. His whole bit was, yeah. He was good. I am sad that he's missed.
I remember seeing him in The Powers of Matthew Starr that had Amy Steele, who was in Friday the 13th Part 2, one of the best Survivor girls ever. And Matthew Starr would take off his shirt as the season's ratings began to drop to drum up ratings. And then 2 years later, he won like an Oscar for Officer and a Gentleman. And there was kids in the neighborhood. I remember LeJay. And we would have to play the military, and he would act like Louis Gossett Jr. It's like, don't look at me. Don't look down on me. And I'm like, I'm 4 inches taller than you. I have to. Odd situation. May he rest in peace.
Yeah.
Beyonce dropped her Cowboy Carter album.
Gross.
What? You, of all people. Gross.
Yeah. Listen, my mom loves country, and I do to some degree, right? Specific areas of country. But Beyonce's video is ruining every reel that I watch.
Okay. No, the video is not good.
The reel, like every time I try to watch reels, Beyonce just jumps in there. It's like the worst earworm. And we did listen to the song before, and it's just not a good country song. It's just randomly thrown together, any cliche she could find. She's not a country girl. She doesn't like dive bars. Her family is bougie and rude most of the time.
Well, that's why you rhyme Lexus with Texas.
Listen.
Now
She needs to go. She needs to stop playing with us. Just because it's Beyonce does not make it good. Is she amazing?
Yeah.
Yes. Is this for her? No. I want her to stop. We need to defend country.
We listened to Jolene yesterday.
Hold on, I would like to counter that argument. I love the fact that Beyonce is doing country music, but solely based on the fact that I don't like country music.
Yeah, well, but
She's committing a hate crime right now.
yeah,
And I love her for it.
because I listened to Jolene and like.
That's our cover wars next week. Dolly versus Beyonce.
Oh yeah, I'll have
Jolene.
more to say, but it's like
Save it.
We're saving it for
all,
next
all,
week.
all I will say is she got a point of view through in the song, and I disagree with her point of view on the song Jolene.
Okay.
But Dolly's going to get those Whitney checks now, so
Good.
got to understand Dolly. She's smart.
Yeah, Dolly was like, "Oh, I love this," and I'm thinking like, "Yeah, girl, ma'am, you love those checks. Don't even play."
Dolly is a goddess.
Yeah.
And we're just going to let
Well,
her
that's why I'm like. So the library in her hometown just is about to get a new wing
Yeah.
because she's gonna put the Beyonce money to buy a new library
That's
wing.
exactly what she
Plus,
does.
plus, here's a line you will never ever hear. So Dolly Parton has recently left rehab today.
Right.
Never gonna hear that.
Well, you don't hear that about Beyonce either. The closest
Yeah.
we've gotten to a scandal is she steals other people's music and materials, takes credit for other people's work, and her husband cheated on her, but she took him back. Which should be a country
What
song
was her
in and
name
of
again?
itself.
Yeah. No, I was gonna say.
Or it's consenting adults who came to a decision. Like, come on. There's so many, like, open things right now. Whatever. That's not on anybody as, like, a choice that you made. I'm not going to look down on somebody that got over their shit.
It's cool. It's just like, just me personally, no matter how much money is involved, I'm not going to let the thing I downgraded to, the ugly person cheat on me, like never. If you do, it's over.
I do have to give Beyonce's daughter, Blue Ivy. I prayed for her when she was born. I prayed every night, and it came true. I prayed that she looked like Beyonce and not Jay-Z.
I know. I know. Isn't that so fortunate? I was like, oh my God, she's getting cuter every year. Thank God.
In response to what she said about, grown adults doing things, I believe, again, marriage is very sacred. It's between a man. As Jerry Falwell Jr. has once said, he believes love is between a man and his wife, and the 19-year-old pool boy you watch have sex with your wife.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's go.
Like a good Christian would
have
do.
fun. Something I learned that was interesting,
Conservative
and
Christian.
I need to explore it because I really didn't explore much of her 70s work. But when Tina Turner left Ike, her first album in 1974 was apparently a country album. 70s soul singer Millie Jackson stuck her foot a couple times into the country realm. Lionel Richie wrote country songs for Kenny Rogers, released his own Stuck on You that did chart on the country charts. It was a blatant country song, but did better on the pop charts.
I get it, Thomas. People have made mistakes. I get what you're trying to say, but let's move on now.
Not all country is bad.
Not all country is bad.
Most of it is. But
Yeah, like 99.99.
No, I'm going to disagree with you on
I would
that one.
ask to move on, but I know what's next.
Okay. So, we've been going through the Rolling Stones top 200 singers of all time because it's April Fool's and the stars aligned. Like when you were going through the Madonna singles, Into the Groove never actually charted in the U.S. It was a B-side. And so that was our April Fool's Day prank. We all played Into the Groove and loved it. Judy Garland did not get mentioned as the top 200 singers of all time on Rolling Stone.
So
They
you did this to us
straight
for
up
no reason?
ignored her. So we're going to her 1963 TV special. I saw something a couple months ago that talked about Judy Garland and, come check out this performance because we mostly know it from Showboat and a black man singing it deeply. But here is Judy Garland singing Old Man River.
Old Man River, that old man river, he must know something, but don't say nothing, he just keeps rolling, he keeps on rolling along. He don't plant cotton and then let plants them, they're soon forgotten. But old man River, he just keeps rolling along. You and me, we swept the strain. Bodies are aching and racked with pain. Told that box, lift that bed, get a little drunk, and you land in jail. I get weary and sick of trying. I'm tired of living, but scared of dying.
You are listening to Bottoms of the Barrel live on Q4 Radio. Bottoms of the Barrel is live every Saturday from 5 to 7 p.m. on AM 1680, Q4.org, iTunes Radio, and the TuneIn app. Search for Q4 Radio.
And that was Judy Garland's Old Man River performing live in her 1963 special. She was not on the Rolling Stones Top 200 list, and she's a huge, huge omission. A lot of her musical stuff that she did in the 30s, 40s, even up to the 50s, we still reverberate today. Her version of Star is Born is known for being probably the best. That Lady Gaga then did a cover of it. She inspired an entire generation. So you mentioned Liza Minnelli. Liza got a huge success from her. The Gays, Friends of Dorothy is a big thing. She has a great voice, amazing voice. That long note at the end, it was like, oh wow, Judy. And then she cuts it where it needs to. And she just comes up and brings it at the end. Lyrically, it's a great song. You get a little drunk and you land in jail. You plant the corn, you plant the cotton, but they don't. Those who do it are soon forgotten because you don't care about them. You care about the crop. She's weary, sick of trying, tired of living, but scared of dying. And Old Man River keeps moving along. She's amazing. This is obviously a yay. She needs more credit. I might need to examine Judy Garland a little bit more. My only complaint is I don't think the Disney singers at the end of the were per se necessary, but that's just my own preference. I'm just not a fan of the Disney singers. And when I don't think this is cultural appropriation, in the 50s and 60s when singers sang songs, they were a singer and no one thought they had lived those kind of lives. Things have obviously changed. Mikey Chip, yay, nay, man, Judy Garland not being on the Rolling Stones Top 200.
Judy Garland's daughter, who is my birthday twin.
Happy recent birthday.
I mean, it's Judy Garland. Like I don't want to be a stereotypical gay, but I'm gonna go ahead and be a stereotypical gay. I love Judy Garland, so yeah.
They might have the pitchforks and torches outside quickly. It's like, but we just did the show. How'd they get here so fast? Christine Marie, Old Man River.
Look, if quintessential performer. You know what the song is supposed to sound like. I said this about Sammy Davis Jr. a few weeks ago. Like, you just hit it. That's all you have to do. And she does. Like,
she hits it.
Whatever is behind it, whatever, she's there to do one thing and she nails it. And yeah, no, I will speak no bad about Judy Garland or Liza. Yeah, it's not going to happen. So it's a yay.
Well, you know it's Liza with a Z, not Lisa with an S, because Lisa with an S goes S, not Z.
Yes.
You know,
stop nitpicking.
Cece Nunez, yay, nay, man, Old Man River.
Oh my God! So this song I don't love. This song I don't love. Judy Garland's vocals gives me chills, and I have loved her from a young age. So I'm always gonna be team her. She could make any horrible song sound amazing. So, yeah, this is going to be a yay for me.
Yay, but you don't love the song.
I don't know.
Well, it's not a good song, but, you know, it's Judy.
It was used in a Showboat, and a little bit behind the scenes is when they were doing the tours in Broadway of Showboat. Lena Horne plays the woman that they find out is mixed, and so she's black, and then she kind of ends up having to work as a borderline call girl in a saloon. But when they made the movie, and even though Lena Horne auditioned, they cast a white woman as the mixed character, and that was ended a friendship between Lena Horne and that white woman. And I think Lena Horne eventually left the studio. It was like, I've had it. No, we're not doing this. We have to explore Lena Horne at some point too. Anyway, Jeff Hawks, that was a nice intro. I think you can accept Lena Horne. How'd you feel about Old Man River by Judy Garland and her not being on the Rolling Stones 200 greatest singers of?
I'm gonna actually give appreciation to CC because she said exactly what I was gonna say. I'm not a fan of the song, but Judy Garland's got a great voice. I grew up with it, back in the, movies, musicals back in the day. And she's got a great iconic voice. Like it's just one of those voices, it's Judy Garland. And she like of all singers, she's one of those people I know I'm gonna rock this. Like she knows. So I'll give the song a yay just because it's her singing it. But again, I'm not a big fan of the song either. But I mean, it's not the worst. Again, this is also coming off the heels of all the other songs you played today. So let's be honest here. But I'm gonna give it a yay just for the fact that it's
It wasn't the palate cleanser, but it wasn't torture. At no point did we say we need to stop this. We need to stop this soon.
No,
we need to not.
We
Everyone
almost stopped
in the room
it.
was much more subdued.
all right, Phil.
She recognized there was an orchestra. She vocally played with it. She hit the notes. She has a good voice. She built up. Okay, Phil Burns, yay, nay, man. Now, in 1963, you might have danced to this at your prom.
Say it. Go ahead. Say it.
Are you trying to say Phil's old?
Was this played at your baby shower?
Jesus.
His baby shower, not his child baby shower.
I was 8 years old, okay? Anybody want to put 2 and 2 together? I was 8 years old in 1963.
That's
Bite
more than
me.
2 and 2.
You're the age of a sexual act. Phil Burns.
Now I got to go home and find The Wizard of Oz. Because I do enjoy her. I love her. I love her singing. I really do.
iconic.
Yeah, but this song sucked. I give her a yay. I give the
Her
song
a
a
yay,
nay.
but
A yay nay.
but not a fan of the song. Not a fan of the song.
I think I probably heard better by someone else, but this version, no.
I picked something. Martha Reeves is coming up as one of the best singers of all time, and we already played her from that adult titty movie I watched. That she was in.
Yeah.
Hold on, was this an adult movie or was it like a movie with gratuitous?
Did you watch an adult movie, Thomas?
It was called Fairy Tales, and there's a
Yeah.
large amount of gratuitous nudity. Martha Reeves keeps her clothes on, but she's some witch that gets summoned from a cauldron, and you'll feel the magic in me when I'm spelling your baby.
It's more in the Skinamax nudie versus hardcore nudie.
Yeah, it's not a porn, but when she signed up and she was going to do the one scene, do the musical number, she was in the disco stage of her career. And so when she was in Detroit and she took her friends to go see it, they were like, why are there all these naked people running around?
I have a question. Has anybody seen Poor Things yet?
I have not, but you told me it is not about a woman who gets a brain transplant and goes a porkin'. That there's something more.
Well, you're right, but you got to watch the movie.
Yeah,
'cause
don't
it's-
spoil it for everybody.
No, he
Phil.
already did.
All right.
He already did. It's a weird movie. It's
She won an Oscar. She shows she's not a natural redhead.
right.
Thomas, stop talking about it. Let people watch it.
Yeah.
Actually, if you want to see a great movie, we just finished American Society of Magical Negroes. He is so perfect. David Alan Grier. I don't know if they wrote the script for him or if they were just hoping that he would do it, but literally no one else could play that role as so just radiant as he does.
I'm going to tell you right now, David Allen Greer, he's in something. I'm watching it. Before, people only know him from A Living Color. I remember him back in the day.
Who only knows him from In Living Color?
Dumb people, dumb white people.
But
That's done a lot. Yeah.
Again, Amazon Women on the Moon. He was hilarious in that.
Yep.
Well, I will say, if we're talking about stuff watching, I watched the first episode of The Gentleman yesterday, and that seemed really interesting.
All right.
It had a twist ending that I was not
Tie
expecting.
a yellow ribbon round the old oak tree.
Now, Jeff Hawks, you mentioned the Amazon Women of the Moon, and I got to meet Sybil Danning a couple years ago. Great actress, Dutch, we have to recognize. And I reenacted a scene with Mikey from that movie where we were doing something, and then I fell and I grabbed my ankle, and I shoved my chest out as well as I could and said, Mike, save yourself.
Cringe!
That was done as parody.
I know.
Actually, what was really cringe is I saw her after we had gone to a viewing at the Music Box Theater. Highly recommended. They did Caged Heat, the Linda Blair, Sybil Danning, Tamara Dobson, women in prison film. That Linda Blair, when she first signed up, it was supposed to be a drama how a woman ends up in prison and then a small section of her in prison. Instead, she like ends up in prison in the first 5 minutes and like gets raped twice. And she's like, I need a better agent. So Sybil Danning's in it, and we got to see all of Sybil Danning. And then she took the stage. It's like, oh, girl, I've seen so much. It's
So hold on, this is a stage play.
No.
No, it's a movie.
It's an
Cage
it's an
3.
80s.
70s?
80s. Sybil Danning.
It came
with
out
Linda
after
Blair.
The Exorcist.
I watched a women's prison movie from the 80s. I'm wondering if it's the same thing, but it might not be.
I recently watched Vendetta from the 80s that has Mac's mom from It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia playing the HBIC of the prison. And she beats people up. You see a lot of her that you really don't want to. And Vendetta, it's my sister was incorrectly put in jail, and now she dead, so I'm gonna go in jail and find out who killed her.
I will say, in this movie,
that is a Michael Jai White script.
well, I will also say that Mac's mom has aged well because she literally looks the same from this 1984 movie, just with a few more wrinkles.
Yeah, she always looked like that, and she's the best part of the movie.
Yeah,
she's genuinely a
she's
good
acting.
actress.
Yeah, she's acting. Everyone else is like, I actually didn't watch it. I only listened to it while I was, I think, up dealing with the show to get it online. And
You better watch yourself, Cupcake.
Yeah, the acting it was a horrible movie, but you could actually tell when Mac's mom was acting because
Okay.
the line read was like, "Oh, okay, you know how to do lines."
She can
Okay,
actually
cool.
act.
I thought I was the only one who put on movies for company, so I'm just like, what? Someone else is doing that?
Yeah.
Yeah, I've done that. I usually try and get the trashier ones, but there we are. Okay, so Jeff Hawks, you selected a song, and Christine Marie, I thank you for your selection. And I think we can actually do a pre-recorded episode where we do Britney Spears covers. Because I like what you suggested. I like what I suggested. I was somewhere that I played a Womanizer, and I'm like, Lily Allen did a really good cover of Womanizer. And then I don't think a Florence and the Machine song promoting lesbianism and spinsterism, was it bad, or what did you...
That's what I posted.
Oh, that's what you posted. I don't
Anyway,
think independent
moving
women's
on.
bad.
Moving on.
And Yo Little Brother, it's just bad. So, Jeff Hawks, thank you for your... Phil Burns, also thank you for your Wet Dream, which had a lot of seafood references.
No, fish references, not seafood.
Fish references, thank you, because I didn't do it for the halibut.
Oh, I get it.
And it's 6 minutes long.
Well, they always play that in dives.
All right.
Anywho, oh wait.
Remember to heal your pain.
I'll explain my song afterwards. Let's go.
So from, I guess, 2013-ish, here we have Dumb Ways to Die by Dumb Ways to Die. Thank you, Jeff Hawks. And there's a video if you want to see it.
Set fire to your hair, poke a stick at a grizzly bear, eat medicine that's out of date, use your private parts as piranha bait. Dumb ways to die, so many dumb ways to die. Dumb ways to die, so many dumb ways to die. Get your toast out with a fork, do your own electrical work, teach yourself how to fly, eat a 2-week-old unrefrigerated pie. Dumb ways to die, so many dumb ways to die. Dumb ways to die, so many dumb ways to die. Invite a psycho killer inside, scratch a drug dealer's brand new ride. Take your helmet off in outer space, use a clothes dryer as a hiding place. Dumb ways to die, so many dumb ways to die. Dumb ways to die, so many dumb ways to die. Keep a rattlesnake as a pet, sell both your kidneys wonder, what's this red button do? Dumb ways to die. So many dumb ways to die. Dumb ways to die. So many dumb ways to die. Dress up like a moose during hunting season. Disturb a nest of wasps for no good reason. Stand on the edge of a train station platform. Drive around the boom gates at a level crossing. Run across the tracks between the platforms. They may not rhyme, but they're quite possibly the dumbest ways to die. The dumbest ways to die. Dumbest ways to die. So many dumb ways to die. Be safe around trains. A message from Metro.
You are listening to Bottoms of the Barrel live on Que4 Radio. Bottoms of the Barrel airs live every Saturday from 5 to 7 p.m. on AM 1680, Q4.org, iTunes Radio, and the TuneIn app. Search for Que4 Radio.
It was a public service announcement, everyone. Did you get that? Did you understand? All right, so Jeff Hawks, we'll have you go first. Yay, nay, meh, and why did you choose this song?
All right. I'm gonna be honest. I was watching a dumb YouTube video of somebody playing the game Sims. I think it is. Yeah, Sims. And this song played at the end of it, and I thought that's such a catchy song. So I actually looked it up, and then watched the video. I'm like, this is a dark, catchy song. That's what I love about it. It's like such a catchy song, but dark as hell. And my niece said it's actually from a video game. So
Really?
Yeah. I've not played that video game. But I liked it. I actually thought it was kind of cute, funny, and dark at the same time. And I like things that are very cute, funny, and dark.
It's like
You
when I
should
went
see
to.
Happy Tree Friends.
I know.
Oh, we have it.
I know. The cartoon, the video reminded me of
I
Happy
did not
Tree
know
Friends.
what I was in for.
And here's the thing. And I want to give more
Okay.
of a shout out to not just this song, because I had a choice. I was thinking, okay, I want to offer something up. I offered this, but as you've seen in the thing, Thomas, I also offered up maybe a song from a show that's being played on Prime called Has Been Hotel, which I think Christine knows about. Yeah.
Oh, I don't.
That's accusatory.
I like Has
That's
Been Hotel.
racist.
I haven't seen. I know nothing
you
of
said
this
so.
has
Anyway.
been.
It's a good show on Prime. If you watch it, it's great.
Okay.
But we can't play any of those songs. They all have the F-bombs.
Oh, okay.
They've played them. They've banned them.
I'll tell you after the air about it, but yeah, it's a good show.
As someone who sat through Humpfest and there was the song, and it's now on YouTube, is like, it reminds me a lot of "Let Me Be Your Sock Puppet." Let me get up on it. And it's
She
like
sings
some
a
happy
song-
white woman
She
about
sing-
sock puppets, and like, let me get up in it.
It's like Disney.
Anyway, so we gotta move along.
It's like Disney in Hell. She sings a song called "It's Gonna Be a Happy Day in Hell."
Yeah.
Sometimes it is. Now, Cece Nunez, you had this look of like you ate Taco Bell before showing up here, and you also told us that you at some point did take toast out of a toaster with a fork.
Okay, so first off, please ask me how I feel.
Oh, I'm sorry, Cece. How do you feel, and how do you feel about this song?
I've only ever heard like a sentence, like maybe a short verse of this, and it's like people put it in highlight reels when they are trying to explain their own close idiotic brushes with death. So I feel emotionally disturbed because they listed like 50 ways to die, and 2 of them I definitely did. Including when I was 4. I wanted my toast, but my mom said that I could, I'm a big girl now, I'm 4. I want to put my own toast. I want to get my own toast. And she's like, okay. And she's like, but don't put your fork in it to get out of the bread. And now, for some reason, when my mom said that, she cursed one of my slices to be stuck in the toaster. So I used a fork to get her out. And my mom is cooking, like, bacon and eggs at the stove, and her back is to me. So a little 4-year-old hand grabs the itty-bitty fork, because I have my own short fork. It's not a big fork. And I go to retrieve this defiant piece of toast from the goddamn
It's like I'm
toaster.
hunting my food.
And I got shocked, but the electric current held me, so I could not. That's what happens.
Yeah.
I could not get away, and I just happened to free myself a hair of a second before my mom turned around, and I was like scared and shocked. And she's like, "Are you okay?" And I said, "I don't want toast." And then I walked out of the kitchen.
And she never ate toast again.
We all have, unfortunately, those horror stories.
I'm going to give it a yay because I'm going to show this to my children so I can damage them into not doing anything dumb.
Ways to die.
Think it'll stop them?
Yeah, it really will. My kids have the benefit of it. They actually learn from other people's screw ups. So it's
I used to watch I think it was Spike TV, 1,000
Yes.
Ways to Die,
Yeah,
where
yeah.
people
Watch
would
that
like
show,
dive.
too.
Christine Marie, you want to jump
That's
in?
exactly what I was gonna say. Is 1,000 Ways to Die is what I used to work out to at 4:00 in the morning when nobody else was in the gym. Followed by Mansers, which swear to God, it was so like confidence boosting because Mansers told me I look like Evolution and that my flat ass is the best one to bounce a quarter off of.
Oh, nice.
It goes the furthest. Yeah, I worked real hard on that. I grew back from a stump.
What is this Mansers?
Well, we really quick because we're almost out of time.
Oh, so what is Mansers? And you're giving the song a yay.
Yes, I'm giving the song a yay.
What is Mansers?
Mansers, it answers questions like how to hide drugs from the dogs when the police pull you over, and what's the best ass to bounce a quarter off of, and things like that. And like I said, it told me that I look like Evolution. I like it.
As someone who's bigger behind it, I have to say, like, sometimes I'm jealous of you smaller butter because you can buy clothes a lot easier.
Oh, no.
All right, we
gotta move on.
We gotta move on.
All right, Mikey Chip, yay, nay, mad, dumb
Yay.
ways to die.
Yay. We're
Yay.
good.
Phil Burns, yay, nay, mad, dumb
Yay.
ways to die.
Yay.
Yay.
Yay. Yay.
All right, so that's the end of the April Fool's Day show and the music to
Finally!
torture you. Were you really tortured? Like we go Guantanamo
Yes.
Bay
Yes,
level?
yes, yes,
okay,
yes.
Okay.
Move on.
Christine Marie, you and I are doing a show April 25th.
Yes, come see Playing by Heart. Yes, it's that movie from the 90s that you remember with Ryan Felipe and Angelina Jolie. And Thomas here will be playing the Dennis Quaid role. If you want to get harassed by Thomas, you should come on the 25th to Black Eagle. Also on the 20th to Sixpenny, where I'm going to be playing Mary Jane Stewart. And yeah, that's all I got.
And you also, okay, so you did your 420 show and you're going to be rolling the bears.
Yeah, 420 is going to be the Sixpenny show. That's where I'm doing the get baked and don't bake and how to roll the bears, and whatever you use that skill for is what you use that skill for.
And Cece Nunez, you got any shows coming up?
Yep,
and
short and sweet, 412 at Surge Billiards. Hot Mic, produced by Ron Bloom. Mr. Eddie is going to be hosting. It's going to be wonderful. I have high hopes.
Jeff Hawks, tomorrow's Easter. You will not rise again. Anything going on?
Not like my penis is named Jesus. Since I was in high school. No, nothing going on. Except for I'm going to sleep in tomorrow and celebrate the Easter the way I'm supposed to.
I actually knew people who would say, oh, I bought 100 Easter eggs and I hid them in the yard, and they'd only buy 30.
Well, I always thought flat out Easter means, so if the bunny sees his shadow, that means Jesus rose or not. I'm actually kind of confused.
Moving on.
Moving on to Phil.
Phil Burns, what's going on in your world?
Same old, same old.
You're wearing a T-shirt that says "Be kind."
Yeah, I know. It's also in sign language, too, underneath it.
It's a different symbol than the one Jeff Hawks has been giving me all show.
Oh, with both of us.
Both of you.
Yeah.
All right, are we ready for our
It's called
apologies?
stereo.
Yes, you need an apology.
You're overstating, pontificating the meaning of your life, my friend. I tell you one thing, but not for nothing. We're all waiting for the world end.
This has been Bottoms of the Barrel on Que4 Radio, AM 1680, Q4.org. I have been your host, Thomas Bottoms, bringing you a show with no budget, no future, no morals, aiming low for success. We finished the show. Yay.
Yay.
This was our special April Fool's Day show where I play songs that's supposed to torture our guest, or as guest Jeff Hawks says, regular Saturday. We were joined by Phil Burns, Christine Marie. And Christine Marie, you wonder, how late will Cece Nunez be this show? And the answer was 5:45. Jeff Hawks says 5:30.
No, that was Mike's.
Oh, you said 5:30.
I said
Did
5:45.
Jeff and Phil bet? Oh, no. Oh, you won, Mikey. Okay, you won, Mikey. So we punished everyone with Bad Boy by Centerfold, a Netherlands number 41 hit. Laura Feige apparently had success, but 4 of us loved it and 1 of us hated it, Mikey. We then played Oh Superman.
We apologize for that.
Laurie Anderson got to number 2 in the UK. Could you imagine having to sit through that multiple times a day?
It's the UK.
Mikey stopped it. We got a May. We got a yay because at least you were creative and everyone hated it. Then We Are Having My Baby by Paul Anka and Odia Cortez, Billboard number 1, 1974. 3 days, a meh, and a I don't know what to make of this. We then followed it by Toy Boy by Sonata, UK number 4. 3 years, a meh, a nay, and a nay. Like, oh, okay, now you do an April Fool's Day show now. I really hate this. Whoa. We tried to make it through Black is the Color of My True Love's Hair by Patty Waters. We didn't. We all hated it. We didn't even want to listen to a Nina Simone cover. That's how much we hated it. We then did Old Man River, Judy Garland. Everyone Loves Judy. Half of us did not like the song. And Dumb Ways to Die gave us pointers. Thank you, Jeff Hawks. We all loved it. We want to apologize for women's social behavior. Do not pull your top, let them flop in the breeze. Do not moan about your genitals. We apologize for 3-breasted cat women. I've seen cats, they have more nipples. We apologize for clips and sound bites. I'm going to clip my C's and give you a bite. We apologize for... I always feel like I have to do that until someone slaps me in the back of the head. We apologize for the don't stop the music to please stop the music. We apologize that sometimes the deaf are lucky. We apologize that Trey Cool doing shady puppets. Shadow puppets. Oh. You know, she could only do the pointed gun. She couldn't even try and do a, like, bird. We apologize for Geneva Conventions. We can torture people now. It's the Bush era. We apologize for conception songs as erotica. You knock me up, and I will bring you a son. You knock me up. Anyway, we apologize for Mandingo the movie. We apologize for music causing violence or people to desert the United States. We apologize for weed as origami. I think there's a market there. We apologize for Scarf Like Fred, Scooby-Doo, Charles Nelson Riley. We apologize for a Muppet Sesame Street sex play. We apologize for Beyonce, it's just not good. And we apologize for Man Sisters. This has been Bottoms of the Barrel on Que4 Radio AM 1680, Que4.org. We are live next week in the studio. Next time you leave your house, be a decent person. Bye!